welcome back to my 5th ever video. I'm recording from a new angle right now. And this is a topic that I'm actually really interested in. So it's how to be more eco-friendly using everyday life hacks. And this is actually part of a series called Purely, where I explain my best methods of what I've been doing to be a little more eco-friendly. So this includes like DIY recipes, DIYs to reuse things, tips that you can just do every single day. So yeah, stay tuned for more. So let's just get on with them. So the first tip is to use reusable grocery bags. Okay, so my parents got these reusable grocery bags 10 years ago and we're still using them. They were like less than $10, so I highly recommend you get some reusable grocery bags. You can get them like anywhere in your local grocery store and they last a lifetime. They just stop you from using a bunch of plastic bags every time you go grocery shopping. I was actually pretty surprised about how many plastic bags are being used today. You just use them once and throw them away. The next tip is to try DIYing your cosmetics and toiletries. Now I am a big fan of this. I love like making things and DIYs and stuff like that. It's actually really easy to make your own toothpaste, deodorant, face mask, shampoo. For my toothpaste, I literally just combine like coconut oil, salt, and like some stevia, some mint oil. Like you can literally make so many things with everything you already have in the kitchen, and it's actually so much healthier for your body, skin, hair, all that. It's way better for it. So I actually don't use like a moisturizer for my face and skin. I use this little jar of olive oil. Now olive oil is really good for moisturizing your skin and taking away dead skin, but it's not suitable for every skin type. My skin type doesn't really like break out due to oil, so I just find this really useful. But I highly recommend just trying it out and seeing how it goes, because this in this little glass bottle is much more sustainable than like plastic lotion. In the future, I will share my recipes that I really like to do. So yeah. The third hack is buying in bulk in glass jars. So you know that section in like the grocery store where there's those nuts and like fruit, and they have like those little plastic bags that you can like fill up and take home? So you're actually allowed to bring your own jars or whatever container you want, and they weigh it and stuff based on that. So I really recommend just taking a glass jar whenever you go grocery shopping and just filling your nuts and dried fruit and stuff in that, because it's way better than using a plastic bag which you might just throw away. So the next tip is actually for when back to school season starts. So okay, during online school I used to use this whiteboard to do all my math stuff, and after that my 2-year-old brother colored all over it. But basically you kind of wanna, it's really good to do your math and stuff on a whiteboard, because if you do it on a notebook, it's just kind of hanging in there. They're not really like notes that you're gonna use. You know, old math work is not really gonna be helpful. So it's really good to just do it on the whiteboard and check your answers and then erase when you're done. That saves a lot of paper. Hack number 5 is actually really similar to the DIY one, and it's to DIY to reuse things. So I know there are many DIYs to reuse and recycle things on like Pinterest and social media and all of that. And I know that people even make reusable bags out of t-shirts, and it's actually really easy. And if you're skilled in like sewing or knitting or crocheting or anything, or any type of like DIY, then you're probably gonna be really good at this. But again, it's also really fun to do, just getting creative, seeing what you can make out of the things you have. So I just really recommend trying DIYs to reuse things. Oh, and yeah, by the way, don't use plastic bottles. Try using these reusable ones you can find anywhere. And moving on to hack number 6 or 7, because I added that one, is to sleep earlier. So when you sleep earlier, you're less likely to just stay up really late and use up all the lights in the house and like the TV, using all these fuel things, you know, because in the morning you don't really need to turn your lights on, because there's like daylight coming from the windows. So it's really good to sleep early for your health too. You just feel like the day is much longer and it's actually much healthier to sleep earlier. So I highly recommend just using daylight whenever you can by sleeping earlier. The next one, number 7, okay, this is not applicable to everyone, using electronics as little as possible. But I know now in today's age, everything is online, school is gonna be online, work is online, so honestly you need to just figure out what's possible for you, because otherwise you're probably just gonna quit if it's not working for you. But if you can, try using electronics as little as possible. This is most possible and convenient when you're using electronics to entertain yourself, because there are actually a lot of ways to just do something fun without electronics. So I recommend trying like new crafts, trying like cooking, you know, going outside, playing sports or something offline, because this way you will need to charge your device less and use less fuel. And overall, if that becomes a habit, you're actually saving a lot of fuel and therefore reducing carbon emissions. And also you'll probably discover a new skill, you'll just feel much less tired too. So I really recommend just trying to use electronics as little as possible. But again, you need to suit your own needs. The next one, I feel like it's so common with Gen Z, which I love, thrifting and buying used things. So I feel like thrifting is now like kind of an aesthetic, like cottagecore and these 90s aesthetic. Like they're based on thrifting and making things and buying used clothing and stuff, which is really, really good. So I really like Value Village. I feel like it's just a really common thrift shops, because thrift shops are not really that common anymore. But if you can, going on eBay and Kijiji and just finding whatever you need, like that's already used, whatever you need to get, you can just thrift it, and that's so good because it reduces the company's need for more products, and therefore they have to manufacture less, which obviously cuts down carbon emissions. And also repurposing items, you can save on the materials, you can save on like plastic, wood, cotton, all that. And also you can actually find really good quality things that are used already. And it's quite fun. You can find a lot of variety of things, so I highly recommend going thrifting or buying used things. Next one, number 9, is actually more applicable to like people who take care of a house. So it's making your own laundry detergent. There are so many recipes online from how to make your own laundry detergent. I know a lot of people, they combine like vinegar and like lemon juice and baking soda, and then they just use that cleaning solution on everything, in like sinks, bathtubs, on the floor, even like washing clothes. So I really recommend just trying making your cleaning detergent, and it's really cheap as well. So the last one, number 10, is using washcloths instead of towel papers. So if you think of it, a lot of people actually use towel papers so much. Like if something splatters on a counter, then they will just use a towel paper to soak that up and throw it away. So it's a linear cycle. You see, you're using it and then you're just throwing away. So I feel like using washcloths is such a better option. My family has like so many washcloths downstairs. Like I've seen on TikTok too, people buy literally like 14 and then they use that throughout the week instead of towel papers. So I really recommend just trying using washcloths whenever you can. So a lot of people have seen the horrible effects of climate change and plastic pollution, and overwhelmed by the fact that by 2030 we have to reduce our carbon emissions by 45% or humans will not survive. I know a lot of people are really overwhelmed by these facts and statistics, but I truly believe that if we all do something, just one thing every day to be more eco-friendly, we can definitely save the planet, save ourselves really, much more quickly. Okay, so that wraps up the 10 tips to be more sustainable. Now stay tuned because I am going to be posting more of these type of tips. I might do a part 2 and I'm gonna show how I do my DIYs, how I make the toothpaste and stuff I use every day. So I really hope that you try incorporating at least one of these tips into your lifestyle, because just one person doing one change every single day really makes a difference. One person can have a lot of impact. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!